Yo, what's up guys? Sharnika, VSR Infamous here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. A long overdue one in this topsy-turvy 2020. But yeah, we're finally back and with a new highlights video, even though it is from the old game F1 2019. But yeah, I just wanted to show my highlight of 2020 before we take into 2021, and hopefully a better year for everyone around the world with this ongoing dilemma and pandemic that we've been subdued to. But yeah, this is my opportunity to showcase what I could do against the current crop of F1 esports drivers and to the F1 and esports teams to show what I could do. As I said. But yeah, let's see how this one goes. But yeah, hugely thankful for Williams Esports and Javi from behind the scenes for helping me out, getting into this seat, for offering me the drive in Baku and now in Canada. And yeah, without further ado, enjoy the video.
As we see now the one-shot qualifying underway, it is possible to overtake, so even if you're in the top sort of 6 or 7, don't be too disheartened. And as you can see on the left, this is the real-time qualification. So right now, two-time champion Brendan Lee is right at the forefront.
Doing what you could never do and sitting on pole position as it stands. And there you go, Enzo Benito. So the grid changing on the left-hand side, but that is real information, a live look as we go through the lap. So Brendan Lee looking good at the moment. Then Shanaka Clay dueling with Lucas Blakely. Another change to the grid on board with the Finnish driver coming down to the hairpin. So the real time looking good. And Shanaka Clay, one of the drivers that we've highlighted, you can see the driver's going to make a difference at every single corner, but there's only one chicane left at this point. So who's going to be brave? Who's going to launch it into this final chicane? Your exit from the hairpin so important, the momentum that you take in one of the DRS zones. How brave are they going to be? Close to the wall of champions, just brushing on the way past, over the line, and it's Shanaka Clay who delivers. Nicholas Longa has been disqualified, Enzo Benito has been disqualified, but Shanaka Clay with that one lap qualifying, bit of an upset there, and Williams, well, we've seen him doing very well indeed during the esports across all disciplines, and we'll have another one starting from pole, Clay ahead of Kiefer.
Wow. I didn't expect that, but again, that's one-shot qualifying for you. Shanaka Clay had a great result in Baku, kind of putting himself in the sort of vision of the Formula One teams. He's very much now at the forefront for this race.
I am indeed, Matt, and to be honest, I was not expecting to be pole with that lap. Felt a bit scruffy, certainly a bit more time in there, but it was enough, and that's what happens with one-shot qualifying. Is as long as you have a decent all-round lap, you have a good chance, because mistakes are so easy to make. But yeah, I then clicked onto the next screen, saw it was raining, and I was just I don't know, my heart sunk because I had done very little wet practice, and yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this race.
I think it's going to be a very exciting race, especially with Shanaka Clay. He's never been in this position. He is very much stuck himself on pole, probably looked at the time and gone, oh, I'm first, I'm not ready for this. But will he be ready? He's got the likes of Marcel Kiefer, who has already won around Brazil.
In these conditions as well.
Exactly, and he was very quick off the line.
And yeah, that was something I had in my mind as well. Maybe these guys were a bit better prepared in these conditions than I was. But all I was focusing on now was trying to get a good start and trying to hold on to the lead and get into a rhythm to try and hold these guys at bay. But yeah, let's sit back and see what happens.
So Shanaka Clay takes his position in the Williams on the right-hand side. Marcel Kiefer, a race winner this year already on the left. Are they going to attack at the start? We're ready now for the lights. 3, 4, 5 red lights in Canada. The lights go out and we will be underway for the final exhibition race this year. Good getaway for Shanaka Clay with Kiefer trying to pressure. Now, can Kiefer go all the way around the outside? No, goes wide. So he's going to be trying to defend from Blakely, who is momentarily up. I think they're all going to make it through turn number 1. Clay with a dream getaway. That has gone perfectly for him.
It certainly did. Even with a bit of traction loss off the line, he managed to hold on, squeezing Marcel out in the first corner just to maintain the lead. All fair, but yeah, holding on now and just trying to get into the rhythm as quickly as possible now, sticking to the plan, and yeah, just sussing out the track and the grip that is being supplied from the tyres, and seeing how our pace is stacked up against these guys. But it's going pretty well so far, building up a 6/10 advantage so far. So yeah, feeling pretty good. They're dropping the arrow behind us, and yeah, looking back, you know, behind the spray, can't really see them too clearly. So at this point, I was feeling pretty good. But yeah, there's a long way to go still, so just can't get ahead of ourselves. It's so easy to pick up warnings and penalties at this track, even in the rain. So yeah, just have to keep focused now, and yeah, just keep pounding in the laps and hold on to this lead. Now we skip on to the end of lap 2. We've still got the lead. Marcel's been closing us in ever so slightly as he goes about half a tenth faster than us. Still got a decent enough lead, just keeping him at arm's reach. But as you can see, Brendan's now got up into P3 past Lucas Blakely. And at the moment, Brendan is the fastest car on track, and he is hunting me and Marcel down now. So yeah, just trying to keep focused, setting purple in the first sector, as you can see, trying to keep ourselves away from any type of battling, just trying to keep it as simple as possible, and yeah, see how it goes. Skipping on to the end of lap 4 now. As you can see, we've been pumping in some good sectors now, got across the line and set the fastest lap of the race of a 20.9, which is immediately beaten by Brendan, who goes 3 and a bit tenths faster on that lap. So at that point, yeah, he's closing in on Marcel and myself, and just hoping that Marcel can hold him behind. So skipping on to lap 6 now, cross the line, don't improve our lap time, but we do have just over a second lead now. But as you can see, Brendan has closed the gap right down to Marcel, and he's basically right behind him. So just trying to keep it as smooth as possible, no mistakes, and try and hold on to that lead while I still have it, and while Marcel still has Brendan behind him. As you can see, going purple in the first sector once again, 1.4 second advantage, and we are starting to build that gap as we need to do right now. So everything's going to plan at this stage. So yeah, feeling pretty good about myself still. And yeah, just waiting to see what happens behind us. And as you can see, coming into this corner as we go, again, PB sector, Brendan dives down on Marcel there, takes the place in the hairpin, and that didn't take too long at all, to be fair. So yeah, now there's nothing in between me and the two-time champion for the rest of this race. 11 laps to go, and at that point I was just like, okay, let's see what we can do now. We're going to try and hold on to the gap as best as we can, but I'm not going to shred my tyres doing so. So yeah, skipping now to lap 11.
Bit of defensive driving you would expect in the coming laps. What is Shanaka Clay's racecraft like? We do not know until right now.
Yeah, so as you can see, he's closed the gap right back down within those few laps, and yeah, his pace was very good, but at the same time I realised that the strategy that had been given to us by the game was wrong. We were expecting around halfway through the race to be going to inters, and then even at the end to dry tyres. But yeah, that had not panned out that way. It was still in the heavy rain conditions, and I realised at that point, and a bit earlier than this actually, that we may have to take these tyres to the end. So I was not trying to destroy my tyres. As you can see, going to lean and none every single corner, being extremely gentle with the car on the downshifts, the braking and the upshifts and on throttle, just trying to keep everything in a good operating window, just in case we need to take these tyres to the end. But yeah, now we have absolutely no gap to Brendan, because I think he's been pushing pretty much flat out to get onto the back of us, which he has now. So I think within the next lap or so, we're going to have to start defending and battling. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that moment where he's close enough. But yeah, just using all the engine and the battery where we can, just to make it a little bit more difficult for him. I'm not going to give this one up easily whatsoever. Now I'm in this position.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
As Brendan Lee closes and closes to that rear diffuser.
Great couple of laps. You have to say, this hasn't come immediately. This hasn't come from a mistake of Shanaka Clay. This has been a cumulative effort from the two-time champion, and he's sending one to the inside, trying to take the lead. He's going to go deep, but he's got track position. Can Clay come back? Clay saw that one coming and retakes P1, but is his battle on at the front now. Clay was super cool, saw the move coming, opened the door, had the confidence on the switchback. Will he have to go defensive? He doesn't want to go off the racing line, and neither does Brendan Lee, who tucks back in at the chicane. Game on at the front. We've got a race for victory in the final laps once again.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was pretty intense. Brendan had a go at us there into the hairpin, but fortunately saw it coming, saw the dive coming. Very ambitious to say the least, but yeah, we managed to get it stopped, get a switchback on him, and get some good traction off the hairpin to hold on to the lead for the time being. But as you can see, the gap is still pretty small, but yeah, committed to the hairpin that time, turned in, expecting, you know, a possible move, so I covered it off there. And yeah, it's just watching out for anything like that now to the end of the race. We haven't got long to go.
Yeah, don't risk. It's okay.
Yeah, and I think that was me telling my engineer that I wanted to stay out to the end, because at this point the inters were quicker, but
We're leading our teammate by 15.8
But yeah,
seconds.
there were not many laps to go, and I did not want to lose the race, just in case anyone behind me didn't pit. So I was willing to take the risk, taking these tyres to the end, even though they weren't the paciest, because I'd spent a bit of resource, well, my own resource, to try and save the tyres. But as you can see, Jarno Otmir sets the fastest lap of the race there, and yeah, our tyres are significantly slower than their fresh inters right now. But yeah, we're going to carry on and see what happens. And as you can see now, we're actually starting to drop the arrow of Brendan. And I think he has spent the best of his tyres now, as we get a bit of lag in the recording. But yeah, I think the gap's up to about 6/10 now.
It could be time to come in for a fresh set of boots. We're seeing a lot less spray at this point, and opinion on the wall is that we'll probably be okay on intermediates.
Brendan Lee's fallen off the back of Clay now. So does he go for the risky strategy here? Because safe is Clay and Lee and Kiefer all pitting, but someone's surely going to take the risk. Clay carries on and Lee pits.
So Shinaka Clay has decided that it's track position or bust. Brendan Lee has decided that he didn't like the feel. He's in to be received by his pit crew. He's putting the Greenwood intermediate tyres on, and he's back out there.
And yeah, when I saw that, even with 3 laps to go, I was just wondering in my head, have I made a mistake?
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment.
Yeah,
up the pace.
because the tyres are feeling very second-hand right now, as Jarno goes in with an 18.8, and you know he's 3 or 4 seconds a lap faster than us right now, as Rasmussen beats that. So yeah, I think we're in a bit of trouble, or at that stage, but I just put all my energy now into saving the tyres, upping the brake bias to 56 just to look after the tyres that little bit more. And we're on to the last lap now, so all we have to do is bring it home nice and gently, no risk. But now Brendan comes in with an 18.1. We're about 4.5 seconds slower or something a lap, 4 to 5 seconds. But we have a 5-second gap to Marcel, and Brendan is a couple of seconds behind him, so we should be okay for this race. But every single lap that goes by, my tyres get slower and their tyres get comparably faster. So yeah, just have to keep focused now. Halfway through the last lap, we're nearly home and dry. And if you're watching the stream, or if you haven't watched the stream, the race is sealed here.
But we're on the final lap of the race, and so P2 in the sights of the Mercedes, but he wanted P1. That was the position that he thought that he was trying to go for. And you can see the wet weather tyre. It's not going to have any chance on traction. That is why he's able to put the car on the outside. Oh, they collided! They have collided at the very end to open the door for Lucas Blakely, who goes up to second position.
Green flag.
The racing
Green
point
flag.
up to
We're
P2.
racing again.
Through goes Joshua Duo as well to the podium, and it doesn't work for Brendan Lee. Here though is Shinaka Clay, who withstood the pressure, read the strategy right.
Brendan has
and
crashed.
weaves across the line to win. There's contact at the end
Pick up.
there. Joshua Duo spins round. Brendan Lee sent it. Contact between the McLaren and the Mercedes. Blakely is second across the line. Brendan Lee is third, but it's Shinaka Clay who read it right and has taken victory.
My
in
goodness,
Canada
man.
with a superb drive, and we had action all the way to the final chicane.
Oh my god, man.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god. Man, you got the first victory for Williams in a Formula 1 esports race.
Yeah, and what an honour that was, to pay back the team for giving me the opportunity. I was hugely grateful for that, and to give them a win, for putting their faith in me. Yeah, it was a great feeling. I think all round. So yeah, once again, hugely thankful to Williams and the team over there for the opportunity, and that gave me my chance in the draft to be selected by Racing Point. So huge thanks to them as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this well, I was about to say little video. It's not really little, coming on to 20 minutes now. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment on what you want to see. And yeah, let's see if we can make it happen going into 2021. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy your New Year's Eve, or whatever time you're watching this at, throughout the days and weeks and months to come. But yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, catch you later.